Hi everybody, it's Christina and thank you for joining me. So today I wanted to share with you inspiration from this embossing folder. Now this is a 3D folder, but you can use any 3D folder that you've got. You can also try this with an ordinary embossing folder and see if you get the same desired look. So all these cards have been created using this folder and they've just had different effects put on the top. So you can use any inks that you've got, any waxes that you've got, and these are just distress inks. Now you can also use any colour of card that you've got. So I'm going to make some different effects on these, and I'm also going to do the same on a patterned card. So the first thing I'm going to do is place my card in the folder and cut it down to size. That way there won't be any crumpling or wrinkling of that card once it goes through the machine. Now the next thing I'm going to do is spritz it very lightly on both sides. And that can now go back into the folder. So we'll run that through the machine. Now whatever I do to this piece I'm going to do to all the rest. And you don't need to see me repeating this over and over again. So I'll do these off screen and then I'll come back to you. I'll do this one first. So here we are with all the panels now 3D embossed. One side of the panel will emboss and the other side will deboss. So you need to look at the sides that you want to use carefully. This is the emboss, this is the raised side, and that's the debossed side. Now if you want the pattern to be, the colour to be all over the back of the pattern, you need the debossed side. If you want it to touch the raised areas, then you need the embossed side. So beware of that when you use your folder. So now we can add our colours. So we've got black, white, silver, gold and some different colours in this tin. But I'm going to use the black and the white, the gold and the silver on mine. That's the patterned one, we'll leave that till last. So on this pink one, let's just use some silver. We'll use some white. So we'll take our white and we'll just swipe it over the top of the raised embossed area. Now you want to be careful because you don't want it to go all the way through to the bottom layers. So just very lightly swipe it over the card. So there's one panel that's done. Now for this turquoise one, for this deep teal one, we'll use some gold. Now for this one I don't have a pad, I only have the wax. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the wax into the lid, and then I'm going to use a finger dauber to spread it on my card. So we'll put some of the wax onto the end of the dauber and we'll just spread it around a little bit, and then we'll do exactly the same as we did with the ink pad. We'll just go over the top of the raised areas. So do it very carefully, very lightly, and then you don't get it into all the deep pieces on your card. So there's our teal one done. Now for this one I think we'll do some more metallic. So we'll do some silver on this one. So again we'll take the ink pad and we'll just swipe it over the top. So change direction so that you get all the little bits and just do it very lightly over your panel. So we've got our white, our gold and our silver. Now off camera I shall go ahead and use other colours to colour these in, and then I'll come back to the patterned one and I'll show you something else you can do with it. So there are all my panels now. I've done one in blue, I've done this one in white and then swiped over the top of it with gold, and this one's been done with black, but it was a little bit heavy handed and so it's gone on to the the backing sheets as well. Now what you can do is trim that out, fussy cut that out, and just have the flowers ready to add to your card. Now you can also use parchment. So this is a nice piece of thick parchment, and we have a deboss and an emboss. So this is using another 3D folder, and one is patterned and one is plain. And all I've done is pick out the patterns there with the silver. So there's some more ideas that you can do with your folders. So this is the one that I've fussy cut out now, and that's ready to add to a card. On this piece of parchment I've brushed over it with Lost Shadow, and on this one I'm going to go over it with the gold. So we'll just put a little bit into the lid, and we'll just very lightly go over this area. Once I've done this, I will then go ahead and make these into cards, and then I'll come back and show you the effect that we have. So there are all the cards that I've managed to create, and the inspiration for these has been a 3D embossing folder. You can use any embossing folder that you have. I've used Dahlia's from Crafter's Companion and another one which is a Flourish. I've also used different coloured inks to bring out the pattern in the embossed card, or I've used gilding wax. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one. Why not subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, then you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.